Friends, today it's 8th October, Friday 2021, and news with Dilsen with Ratnam. We have some three important points, and there are many, but of the three SRAE firms, NPS in payment default. So SRAE turns all its things into non-performing assets. And number two, Reliance Retail in deal to roll out 7-Eleven stores in India. 7-Eleven stores in India. And three, Piramal to demerge financial and pharma business. Piramal to demerge financial and pharma businesses. Four, Coal India Limited ups supplies, but power situation still critical. In many of the states, it is feared that many of the states may go dark. So these are the four things. SRAE has some difficulties. Retail Reliance having a deal to roll out 7-Eleven stores in India. Piramal to demerge financial and pharma businesses. Coal India Limited ups supplies, but power situation still critical. So I read from important things from here. Business India. SRAE firms found evergreening NPS in payment default. Coal India ups supplies, but power situation still critical. And this Piramal news we put inside. Maybe this you can have from inside. This is Piramal Enterprises. The Piramal Enterprises demerges financial services, pharma beach. Demerger simplifies the structure, gives runway for growth. Ajay Piramal. So have a look at Ajay Piramal. Ajay Piramal. So from the other news, same news when we come to Mint. Mint is has put these two lines like this. Reliance Retail to open 7-Eleven stores, and the shopping spree and the diagram is given clearly. Piramal to demerge financial pharma biz, and the advantage they get can be seen once we read it. So this is from Mint, and some more news from Mint also. Some more news from Mint. How 7 mega textile parks will help industry. And in the Mint events, 3 fixed income options to beat FD returns. Behavioral insights can help you make better investments. And again here, Edelweiss AMC converts two ETFs into index funds. What is the advantage? Edelweiss AMC converts two ETFs into index funds. Time for an RBI plan to soak up excess liquidity. This is another important news. The best way to fix Facebook, courtesy of Francis Tujen. Whistleblower revelations could guide regulatory action in the US. So, whistleblower. By Hugen's testimony, social media tends to thrive on social strife. And Business Line also, some more news from Business Line. And we were always on this editorial today, we have rather moody, and his observations and how he brought it from negative to stable, and what are the next steps. And this is a good matter for analysis. Some zing and freshness in recent IPOs. The IPO frenzy is on, and they are making so many estimations. And here we have a comparison between Zomato and I think Freshworks, Zomato, how they have paid, and how future will be. It's a great news. We have a scanner here, QR code. Read this. This is a wonderful news, and we'll be discussing elaborate the IPOs and how they are faring in the recent time in a separate PPT, and please hold on for that. And we have some more news. So we have a podcast on cryptocurrencies brought out by Business Line. All of you take time to go through it. It may give a wonderful insight. This is the thing. We can see this podcast on Spotify. You see the podcast on Spotify, Apple, and Google Podcasts. So, the two crypto unicorns, no regulations. Where is India's crypto game headed? And Business Line podcast with QR code. Please note this carefully. Business Line podcast on cryptocurrencies. And some more news with pictures. It is very clear. This news is so good. I will highlight this. Just wait. Lenders are prepared to face the SRAE Group debt crisis. So, the lenders are showing some courage. Lenders are prepared to face SRAE Group debt crisis. So, the lenders will maybe help the SRAE Group to come out of this crisis. And this is told by our this person can be photo. And the news goes like this. It is not a surprise, and this has been a bit of a problem asset for a while. In that sense, I am sure the market will be able to absorb it. Amitabh Chaudhary, MD and CEO, Axis Bank. I am sure the market will be able to absorb it. So, the market may absorb the greatness of all this SRAE Group. Financial system now deep enough to be able to absorb such a shock. Axis Bank, MD and CEO. So, the market also is absorbing some shocks. When it lasts, they may find some other asset raising up. So, financial system is so deep that it will be able to absorb such a shock. So, shocks come and they test the ability of the organizations. And MD and CEO of Axis Bank is very clear on that. Maybe that's a great exercise and great improvement, and it's a great thing. Facebook doing reputational reviews to stave off criticism. Facebook doing reputational reviews to stave off criticism. Zuckerberg. So Facebook is countering the whistleblower activity. It is doing reputational reviews to stave off from the criticism of the whistleblower. Pfizer asks FDA to authorize the jab for young children. Pfizer asks FDA to authorize the jab for young children. Easing bond yields, softening crude prices. 8 markets rally. The crude prices are said to be softening. Maybe a good sign, a good lift. So, easing bond yields, softening crude prices. 8 markets rally. So some zing and freshness in recent IPOs. A comparison of Freshworks and Zomato. I read from this. Freshworks was founded in 2010, Zomato 2010. Origin, Freshworks, it is Chennai, Zomato, Gurgaon. Market, predominantly B2B. Zomato, predominantly B2C. Industry, software as a service. Zomato, it is food tech. Segment, Freshworks is CRM segment. Zomato is a food delivery. Revenue, $308 million. Zomato, it is $284.75 million. Net profit, $10 million for Freshworks. For Zomato, it is $110 million. International presence. Freshworks is having its locations in 120 countries. Zomato is having locations in 23 countries. But it focuses mainly on India. Revenue share. North America 45%, Europe 40%, and Zomato almost entirely from India. So IPOs and their performance. So great news. NCLT gives G reasonable time to reply to his investors' plea. So give more time to G. This is a tussle between Invesco and G. Reliance Retail to open 7-Eleven stores in India. Deal comes 2 days after Future Group ended pact with the US retailer. Shopping spree. So the news is again given on page 6 also. I will read it from the first paragraph. Mukesh Ambani's Reliance Retail Ventures Limited scooped a deal to open 7-Eleven convenience stores in India just 2 days after Future Retail Limited terminated a similar pact with the US retailer, citing its inability to pay franchise fee. The first 7-Eleven store will open on Saturday in Andheri East, Mumbai. A rapid rollout of stores will follow in key neighborhoods and commercial areas across the Greater Mumbai cluster to start with, the company said in a statement on Thursday. The master franchise agreement with 7-Eleven will cement Reliance Retail's position as the largest offline retailer in India's $850 billion retail market, where retail giant Amazon.com Inc. has challenged billionaire Ambani's attempt to buy the assets of troubled Future Retail. A legal battle between Future Group and Amazon.com over the sale of assets to Reliance Retail is being fought in Indian and Singapore courts. So business means tapping the doors of courts and keeping things at bay and continuously stopping hurdles one way or the other. One big news on pictures. Who will be G shareholders back? This is the picture of G's Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer Puneet Goenka. US investor Invesco has been pushing to remove Goenka as director and reconstitute the board. So Puneet Goenka, will the majority of shareholders can only be known if EGM takes place, but some have left loose. What do we understand? G's 350 odd institutional shareholders who together own about 68% of the company will eventually get to decide who gets control of the firm, Invesco or Subhash Chandra. Invesco will need at least 50% of the shareholders to back its proposal. It could ultimately boil down to which side can convince a majority of the shareholders about long-term value. In this entire tussle between the two parties, time is of the essence. The odds could tilt in favor of the management if G can continue to delay the date of the proposed EGM. The technique is like this: delay the extraordinary meeting. Invesco may lose some faith and Subhash Chandra may continue. We see here G's Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer Puneet Goenka. Puneet Goenka is confident that he can control his company, his shareholders, and be at the realm of the matters. This is who will be Jesus. Who will be G shareholders back? Who will G shareholders back? They will back Puneet Goenka or the Invesco. So thank you, friends. This is for today. This is Dilse Mitratna, and continue to see the podcast on cryptocurrency today, as I have seen you the QR code. I think we can put you good news on cryptocurrency. Again, I see you another time. This is the podcast. It can be heard on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Real Podcasts. Have a great knowledge on cryptocurrency. This is Dayaratnam Singamala, Dilse with Ratnam. Continue to see my news. Subscribe and share. This is Dayaratnam Singamala signing off.